I first discovered this game thanks to one of the characters, I'll get more into that later, but ever since, I've been just plain addicted to Zenless Zone Zero. And now, for the other idiots, I've decided to recap the story so I can talk about it with them. So without further ado, here's episode 1 of One Idiot Recaps Zenless Zone Zero. Okay. So before I get into the story, let me talk about the world, because that'll make everything make much more sense later. So, everyone lives in a big city called New Eridu. Everything outside of it is called the Outer Ring, which is surprisingly not a Star Wars reference. Out of nowhere, there are these big bubbles of negative energy, aka ether, that can just show up. They're called hollows, and I guess the people in this game just kind of treat them like natural disasters, or maybe more like car accidents. You know, like, sorry boss, we're gonna be late to work today, a freaking hollow showed up on my normal route. Anyway, because this is a hack and slash, these hollows have to have enemies in them, right? Meet the Ethereals, big fucked up humanoid monsters that will attack and corrupt anyone they come across, turning them into other Ethereals. Our story begins by introducing our friends to the odd job agency, the Cunning Hares. Meet Billy, a robot that talks like a person, Anby, a person that talks like a robot, and...
Be waiting for? Okay? You guys ready? Let's go!
The entire reason I picked this game up, Nicole. She's, very pretty. Oh yeah, I should probably warn you that if you decide to do a Google Images search on any of these characters, that's at your own peril. I warned you. The Cunning Hares are raiding a group known as the Red Fang Gang for a quote-unquote strongbox that they stole from the Hares' client. The Red Fang Gang chases after them as the extensive amount of decorative TVs on the wall show a man simply too vulgar for public television.
I'm pissed. As the station's reporter, I can't listen to this anymore. Those criminals need to get...
He's claiming the police are already after the RFG. Then, after encountering their masterful negotiator...
Why don't you just give it back to me? It's so important to us.
The Hares try to escape out the window. Nicole instructs Billy to use a flashbang to blind everyone in the room while simultaneously attracting a public security helicopter to their location. John McSwearwords on TV then instructs PubSec to, and I quote, pick the biggest gun and rain down justice. Man, he's a freaking chill. The PubSec helicopter shoots a freaking missile at the window that somehow does not instantly kill everyone in the room. Instead, Anby and Billy fly out the window? I don't know, the math ain't mathing. Anyway, Anby and Billy fall into the hollow beneath them out the window. They meet up, only to Anby suspecting Billy is a fake.
I found you, faker.
Once it's cleared up that she's only remembering the movie plot, you know, as she does, their chances of survival increase by 67.8%. Speaking of which, upon entering the hollow, Anby's probability of getting lost is at 96.4%, and her chances of getting rescued at 37.8%. Like I said, the math ain't mathing. Anyway, they encounter the Strongbox, yet also an RFG member being corrupted by the ether in the hollow. They try to take him on, but are forced to run, leaving the Strongbox behind. Next, let me, finally, introduce our protagonists, a pair of twin siblings who own a movie shop called Random Play. Meet Belle, the kooky one, and Wise, the wet blanket. You can probably guess which one I picked to be my main. As Belle and Wise are watching the entire incident happening on TV, Nicole breaks and enters to ask for their help. She somehow escaped, but still needs to save Billy, Anby, and the Strongbox. The twins are hesitant to help, considering Nicole has the debt of a college student. They ultimately agree, considering she asks pretty please with a cherry on top. And that she claimed she'll pay the rest of her debt all at once. It's then revealed that our protag twins lead double lives, movie store owners by day and proxies by night. A proxy is a person who can navigate a hollow. They have to keep that under wraps because it's illegal for some reason? Anyway, Belle and Wise are special in that they transfer their consciousness to a little bunny-looking robot called a Bang Boo, and send that into the hollow instead of going in themselves. They're known as the legendary proxy Faithin. Not actually having to go into the hollow yourself leads to more completed jobs, I guess. Anyway, Bang Boo Belle Boo? Meets up with Anby and Billy in the hollow. They chat for a bit, then escape the hollow altogether. Nicole picks them up and proves her driving skills are no better than her money-making skills as she runs several red lights heading back to random play.
We just passed a normal green light, R255 in the RGB scale. Oh right, I made sure I wasn't followed the whole way.
But wait, they forgot the strongbox. Oopsie. Nicole reveals a little flash drive she stole from the RFG leader she kept in her cleavage. In her pocket, that contains a password to open the strongbox. They hold a small meeting and plot to take it back by defeating the RFG guy turned ethereal. It's a pretty complex plan, I know. And we had to study her professional meeting skills by watching movies about them. That's how she studies everything, actually. I bet she's a huge fan of C-3PO.
Sir, the possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Once back in the Hollow, Belle and Wise realize they forgot to use their VPN. They're getting hacked. And now they have no connection to the Cunning Hares who are still in the Hollow, and the Bang Boo is just kind of wandering around, leading them nowhere. In response, Billy proposes fucking selling the Proxy Twins out to some cops they found in the Hollow. And Anby agrees. What great friends you are! Fuck you too! Luckily, Giga Chad Nicole says no, knowing her besties Belle and the other one wouldn't abandon them. What a real one.
Well, fuck you too, Shania!
On the outside, the hacker shows the twins this conversation, and they, for whatever reason, don't hold it against Billy or Anby. I don't know, I still kind of think they're dicks. Granted, I may be biased.
A little bit tricky.
The hacker demands the code to unlock the strongbox, and the twins see no other way out than to give it to him. But because of a bunch of tech mumbo-jumbo, the hacker has to have access to their quote-unquote internaut account for the code. That's the center of their entire faith in business. They give him the username and password, and let him find the code himself. But remember, being a proxy is a crime, for whatever reason. With the hacker as the new owner of the Phaethon account, they are technically a proxy now. One of the most wanted, too. So Belle and Wise call the cops on their own account to screw over the hacker. That shoos the hacker away, and they regain control of the Bang Boo. After finally finishing their mission, they confront Nicole on her actually being a trusting, loyal friend, which she promptly denies. Gotta keep up appearances, I guess. Her appearance is keeping me up, let me tell you. They finally get to the strongbox and find that the hacker deleted the data needed to leave. Luckily, the hacker is also a dumbass. He told the twins what was inside, a tool to enter and exit hollows at will without a specific entry/exit point. Unfortunately, using other people's technology isn't always a good idea. After forcibly agreeing to a terms of service that she never read, you know, the usual, Belle wakes up from her link to the Bang Boo. She finds that the TOS she signed were for the AI Fairy. Meet Fairy. No, literally. You could just go to ChatGPT and tell it to talk very passive-aggressively, and that's pretty much Fairy. She sees Belle as her master and Wise as, well, he sure is there. Just like me. And she's going to be a personal AI assistant until the quote-unquote opportunity arrives, as she puts it. A forced AI companion, huh? Where's that ever gone wrong?